Hi Ina, welcome. I think it's live and I try to do this again one more time from the beginning. How are you Ina? Welcome. Mm, mm, I had some issues but I'm trying to fix this and that's tonight it's different because I had a story to tell you about mm, about an art piece, about a paint, and I want to put one link in the chat. Wow, I lost something. If you are there, Dina, the volume it's okay. It sounds it sounds it sounds okay. It's not too loud. Okay, I think that's it. And let's draw something. Oh, okay. I was thinking about relevant art pieces in my life, and I was thinking that probably thanks Gina, thank you. One of my favorite art pieces, one of my favorite paints, it's this one that I just put the link in the comments. And I was thinking, I heard about this several weeks ago. I was thinking, okay, probably I want to talk about this because it's something that I probably doesn't explore enough in my at the school. I, as a graphic designer, I I study art history at the school. It's very common to to study about uh, famous paints and famous painters and art pieces around several periods of time, and I think mm, at at their moment I didn't learn too much about Edward Hopper, and I think it's probably because um, at the school. Let me fix that. Thanks. Probably at the school, the program, what what the school teach you at some in these classes when you're studying art history or related subjects, it's easier for the teacher or for the program or for the school even to teach you about, I don't know, the Gioconda, uh, biggest biggest art uh, biggest art pieces or more famous art pieces. Thank you, Gina. And I was thinking, okay, probably I don't know enough about this painter. I don't know I don't know enough about their work, and I think it's very popular, and at some point, at some moment, um, it become um, trendy on the internet, and it suits for uh, it works at any moment because it's kind of a temporal. And I was thinking, okay, probably I want to make my own version of these famous um, art pieces that are relevant in my life. Um, Probably it's a good idea. It's a good way to learn more about the artist and the picture, the paint, and how this is constructed. And actually, I was thinking to do this in my upcoming sketchbook. I'm about to finish this one, but I decided that uh, it's okay. It's time to start right now. So I'm here just trying to make my own quick doodle version of Nighthawks by Edward Hopper because, um, and I was reading earlier today about the relevance of the cultural value of this painter and how it's related with the American culture, and it's an exploration of loneliness. It was something that I learned, something that I read earlier today, as I said, and I was thinking, okay, probably this is interesting because um, probably right now it's a good time to talk about loneliness and to talk about how we are working as a society right now. And okay, it's enough for me to pick this from my list. As I said previously, I had this list of things to draw, so I I just make this earlier because it was already in my list, and that's it. That's why I'm trying to draw just a piece of it. It's a huge paint, but at the same time, and again, the link is in the comments. It's almost empty space because it's relevant how this idea, this meaning is to sell this empty space, and it's just a couple that doesn't fit here in my sketchbook. There is a couple in this area. This guy sitting in a diner, in the bar of a diner, eating alone, and this idea of um, the perks of eating alone and how it's sometimes not well perceived as a society until today. And this was made in 1940, 1950, so it was totally different, totally different world. It was even harder at that time. Just the simple idea of eat alone at some place, it was hard, it was complicated, and it's interesting at the same time how the people in the picture, the people in the paint, how they are dressed, and how their dressing is totally a sign of their times. And right now they look like kind of old because, as I said, it's 1940, 1950, and it's a totally different world right now. And for me, that's interesting again, to just a way to think about something different. And for me, this paint is interesting because it's really really powerful. We are not so used, or it's not easy to deal with the empty space, and there is so much empty space in this paint, and I think that's interesting. Probably this is the main character, this guy just sitting there alone, as I said, because the couple are appear to be together, and this guy is just sitting there, and it's powerful because he is alone, and probably it's not intended to. And we had this idea as a society that okay, probably you shouldn't be, or you don't want to be alone, but you are, and probably it's bad news or something's happening. And I think it's powerful because of that, because it's um, it's about something not so usual to this depiction of a guy being alone there. And at the same time, it's a paint really really dark in the outside, and really bright and clear in some areas. Hi Maffer, how are you? Really clear and really dark at the same time, really bright and dark at the same time. So it's really powerful how this change could be possible. And I knew that this probably it will be harder to to replicate here, but I decided to try, because as always this is just a basic idea of quick doodle about that paint, and I think that's it. This is it. Just a segment, just the central area of the of the paint. And as always, just a couple of markers, just a quick set of brushes, and let's try to do this quick and fast, and let's see what happens until from here. How are you, Mafer? How are you, Gina? You can talk with each other. The sky it's really dark, and it's dark red on the top, on just on this area. So let me try to find the exact color for this segment. I really miss that. I really miss this Muffer, but um, something happened and it was hard a couple of weeks. But yes, I'm here live again. So nice to see you here also. This is a paint with very solid areas. It's just a dark pieces of sections. There is a different set of sections in the paint, and I really love how I think it's really powerful. It's really strong. How can sell you this idea of the inside versus the outside, how it appeared to be really different from one area to the other one. um, there's a marquee made of wood in the top of the building. Obviously, I decided to just make a section because this is something that I try to do. I try to do this really quick, really fast. So it's just a section in the building. No, this is too dark. I use that later. I do couple of streaming sessions live on Twitch, and now I decided to move back here to YouTube. And in my last session there, I was talking about this global movement called urban sketchers, and how I make this. Oh, oh, I want to join that movement. I want to join a group near here to Leon. And since that day, it was a couple of weeks ago, it was on January 22nd. It was plus 1 month ago. I joined a group and I attend a couple of meetings there in Guanajuato City. So it was an interesting experience, and it's something that it's highly recommended. So I joined that group, and it's interesting, and I'm enjoying that experience. So that's something that happened in these couple of weeks. I've been there a couple of times, 2 times to be precise, and 4 weeks, almost 4 or 5 weeks since the last time. And I traveled to Guanajuato to meet that group, and it's something interesting. If you are interested in that, search for urban sketchers. Probably there is a group near your house, near your location, and only good vibes in my experience. There's a new music set also from the same author. All the info about the music is in the description of this video. It's copyright free, so it's background music that I often use that music for working, and it's very relaxing for me. So I hope it sounds okay. Thanks, Gina, for saying that it's too loud at the beginning. I hope it's better now. Yes, I want to travel to Mexico City, but it was complicated these couple of weeks, so I try to be there in a couple of months. I don't know. I don't know when I will be able to travel to Mexico City, But yes, there is a lot of interesting places, and it's something that I definitely want to do there. There is a huge group also in Querétaro, and they used to visit different places. Actually, I want to show you my other sketchbook, but it's inside this box. It's below my computer, so I can't. It was my mistake. I can't access to my sketchbook right now. So that will be later because I can't right now. I gained some confidence in these couple of weeks because I feel more comfortable with my markers. And I'm enjoying these exercises, so it's interesting. I try to do something with this style. I need to leave some space here because I had my updated stamp, and I want to finish this with my stamp at the end. And a darker one. This paint, the original one, it's at the Chicago Art Institute in Chicago. I was there once in 2016, 8 years ago, and actually I don't remember this paint. I was late at the museum, so I need to walk really fast in order to watch to see the main attractions there. And I was thinking that I was trying to remember, and I'm not sure that I was um, I don't remember to see this paint there, but I remember that I previously made some art related doodles like this one, and I actually remember this paint in Chicago. And again, also I remember this one also in Chicago, and I was thinking, okay, probably there are some improvement in this sketchbook. I don't remember to see this there at that time, so probably it's time to go back to Chicago to watch this. This is no, this is dry. I found several markers drying in my box, and I tried to throw it to the trash, and then by mistake I put again inside of my box, so I lost the track of which one is just drying. That wasn't one of them. Okay, one less in this collection. The Chicago Art Institute, in my opinion, it's probably one of the most amazing, huge museums that I ever visit, and I was there because I traveled to Chicago to run the marathon. See you, Gina. Thanks for coming. Good luck in your stream. Thanks for watching. I was there just a week and I viewed this pass to the main attractions in the city. So when I arrived to the museum, that day was kind of late. Let me fix it because I didn't remember this paint. Sorry, Maffer, because I can't read your message. It's behind an icon in my screen, and I can make this disappear. I didn't remember this paint, but I heard something about in a podcast a couple of weeks ago, and I was thinking, okay, probably I need to read about because it's an interesting piece of art. That's the story. This paint, let's say, appear suddenly in my podcast listening, and I was thinking, okay, probably it's a good time to explore some famous paints and try to do my own kind of my own version. That's the story. There is not there's no big deal about that. It's just someday a guy in a podcast talk about. Actually, it wasn't. They wasn't talking about Hopper, their paints of Hopper. They are talking about this period in the American art history. But immediately I was driving and I remember this paint, specifically this paint, and I was thinking, okay, probably it's interesting to explore about this again, because as I said, probably it's an area of opportunity of my school. I don't know. It was a different moment in time, and I was saying that probably the art classes at the school, because as a designer I had that kind of classes. It's easier to talk about a different set of art art pieces of paints, because it's easier, I think, for a teacher to talk about Gioconda, Mona Lisa, Picasso, because I don't want to be rude, but it's probably more relevant, more famous, more trendier. And I need to say that I didn't know enough about this period in the art of the American art, American culture, American history. So I was reading and I was thinking, okay, probably I can do this. And as always, you probably knew, it's just a quick doodle. So it works. That's the story. It's probably not the most popular, the most well-known piece of art. Probably you never seen this before because it's not Mona Lisa, it's not the Scream, it's not Van Gogh. But I'm pretty sure that it's relevant in the art history. So I want to explore more about this. And actually, for my next sketchbook, I want to make some art related pieces, and it's something that I want to explore in upcoming weeks. I really miss these streaming sessions, and I was with a lot of work and a lot of things to do. I'm here again doing this live. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching, Mother. I post this in my group of English conversation, so if anyone is there, say hi in the chat because it's free. And something that happened in this couple of weeks is, as I said, I feel more comfortable with this set of markers. I enjoy working in this process, and I like how this work. It's better to dig a little, yes, and in the popular things, but not also in the popular things, because I try to use this as a way to explore something, anything. So let's see, let's explore, and let's see well how and where this exploration could end at the end. So it's a new stage. It sounds really important. It's not so important. It's just a quick doodle. Let's see what happened. What happened with this idea, and I try to do, as always, a couple of doodles. Someone art related. Some one of them are related, and the other one more free, like a free exploration of art or of anything in general. And just let me try to do my best with my time. This guy is dressed in light blue suit, probably it's not too bright, but because there is a huge lightning inside of the diner, it appeared to be, as all the other things, a mixing between the darkest areas and the lighter areas, and it's really challenging to explore these shapes and these patterns. I was um, I was aware of that, and it's really complicated, I think. But I decided, let's do this, and let's see what happened. There is also a green line, a green area just down here, and I wasn't aware of that. And it's just a small amount of uh, hues of color, because the almost the same color in the front area here is the same for the bar. So let me use the same set of colors. And again, some really bright areas, and because of the shades of the light, some darker areas below here. I post this as an invitation in my Instagram account earlier today, and I have some issues to find the right music to share this idea of how this how this picture will sound. And it's something that I want to I like to talk about. I like to think about, sorry, I like to think about how this will sound, or what music it will be playing here, how this guy is what this guy is listening there. And it's interesting for me to think, okay, we can see what's happening here, but how this sound, what's the music, what's the vibe, what's the mood inside this place, and how this will be shared in something like the Instagram story that make the invitation to this post. This is a bright yellow area in the top of this section, and I remember that yellow doesn't appear write in this with this lightning. This doesn't work. Probably right now I'm using the biggest amount of markers that I ever used before, and this is getting out of control. It's too much. Again, the face is really bright because it's on the lighter area of the picture, of the paint. My box is almost half empty, so my markers are just falling apart. It's okay. Wasn't what I expected, but I like it. As I said, it's something really quick. The blue shades, lighter shades of blue for the elbow of the suit. and he had thanks. I think you are being very polite and very. It's something really basic, and I want to improve. Thanks, thanks for saying that. Um, I miss what I'm about to say because this is probably taking longer than I originally expected, but it's okay. And I had too much markers. This guy had a couple of clear white glasses in the bar, so probably it's just drinking water. I think, I don't know. For me too, also, Muffer. It's really difficult for me, but I try to improvise. Actually, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to find a way to practice, and that's it. This kind of markers are really helpful because they are flexible in the top, like a brush, and it works really different to these other ones. That the blue one is harder, and the brown one is softer. So I use it mixing them, and uh, sometimes it works, sometimes not so much, but it's okay. Probably that's the main basic idea of this paint. I need to just finish the top sign. It appeared to be like a tobacco advertising. Only 5 cents says in the top of the marker, in the top of the marquee. So probably it's time to talk about inflation and what 5 cents from them means right now. Phyllis. Obviously, and as I said on each session, this is not intended as a teaching session. This is not an art class. This is just a quick basic doodle online because why not? And that's just the idea. And I want to say that it looks probably better in person in the real world, but this works. I'm happy with this. No, let me add some darker shadow in this area. Okay, it's better. Yes, this is better right now. Hope to see you, Mafar. Bye bye. Thanks for coming. I try to. I'm trying to convince a couple of friends to do this with me. Drawing live, in person or online. So I'm aware that this is not so common, and this is uh, not the typical way to spend your Monday night. But there is no NFL right now. There will be not NFL until um, late August, early September. So I'm trying to. I'm pushing a couple of friends to do this with me. So if that works, probably soon this will be different some days, and I try to keep myself to this basic idea because it's something really calming and relaxing, and that's why I'm trying to push. I'm pushing this group of friends to do this, to join me, um, to spend some time doing this. And as I said, I start this because the I had the equipment. When I start teaching online, I view some lighting and stuff. So it's a good way to keep using my equipment. That's it. Probably that's it for tonight because it's late and I had several things to do after this. And I had my stamp. I'm very proud of my stamp. And that's it. And tonight is my marker. February 26th. 26th February 2024, and that was Doodling Doodles live on YouTube. The previous session was live on Twitch, and that's the idea, and I like it. As always, if anyone is out there, thanks for watching, thanks for coming. Remember, stay safe, stay healthy, and hope to see you soon. Bye bye.